Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nick, aka Servant Nick 41, and I'm chatting with Staxx.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Nick.
And I took my shirt off, and the video was on my TikTok, and it was a short little testimony. And that video hit like 200,000 by the next day or the day after that, and things just shot up. I saw God now moving. He was using this, and I mean it happened so fast to where I was people were calling me. I was giving I'm very selective on who gets my whole name or my phone number, but people were calling me. We were praying, and they were crying. We were crying, and I'm praying with people, and old skinheads were calling me. All these different white supremacy gangs were calling me. Hey, how can I get out? Can you help me? How'd you get to this point? What does God think about this? And I'm just seeing God it became overwhelming at a certain point where it was so much. I was like stressed out all the time. Like, this is a lot. And so with all the good comes a whole lot of bad. So I'm getting all these hate comments, and people were reporting me for being a racist and violent behavior, and hate speech and violent behavior. So I kept getting videos taken off, and I'd appeal them and I'd win. And then a video taken off and I appealed and I win. I only lost 2 videos in total up until just recently. And I started getting account strikes. And then so I put a video on the other day, and I had my shirt off because it's an attention grabber. People want to listen after that. It's hard to get people to listen about God sometimes. Not sometimes, most of the time. But if they see me and they see me with my shirt off, and now next thing you know, they're like, hold on. And now this dude's talking about God. What's this dude talking about? So I got this video, and I'm like, I got a question. Do you think that I deserve to go to heaven? I've stolen, I've robbed, I've been promiscuous, I've been in gangs, I've done all these bad things, right? And I said, I want to know what your reasons are if you think that I do deserve to go to heaven, or if you don't think that I have any action to go to heaven. And it was a video similar to that. I don't know, dude. That video got my Instagram shut down, and that video got my TikTok shut down. It was violation, and then I reposted it, violation. And so now I'm max account strikes. And then I think the ending one that actually got my account shut down was the arm cover up of the Hitler tattoo and the swastika and the blackout. And I sent him a message, and I'm like, I don't understand what's happening, because if you watch any of my videos, I'm promoting nothing but love and change. Jesus, if you see, and I was like, I see that if, I have offensive tattoos, but if you watch the content, you'll see I have several laser treatment videos. I have cover up videos. I'm covering it. It's an ongoing pursuit to cover it all up and get rid of it, but it doesn't happen overnight. Dude, they said no. They said you're done. Instagram didn't even give me an option. They said indefinitely you're done. And now TikTok banned me. And now this is what it is. Let me break it down to what it really is. This is Satan. Satan sees God making these big moves, using someone's testimony to help somebody, and he doesn't like it. So he's been trying to shut me down at every turn I can make. And as of right now, it's working. But, it doesn't have to continue working. I tried to post a new TikTok 2 days ago, and I put like 5 or 6 videos on there, and they won't even push them into the algorithm. They have 0 views. I think one video has 2 views, and it was my wife and my friend. Yeah, dude.
I interviewed a former.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how he joined and then how he got out and started like you. They struck the video. So I have to be very careful on the words that I let go out and the way I go about putting this interview out, because they don't care about the backstory.
No.
They just care about certain things. And I'm sure you got a lot of people that are against you, but I mean, you lived that life for a long time, and now you've turned a new leaf. What does it take to turn over a new leaf? Like, where did that transition happen for you?
Now, this is what I like to talk about right here. Okay, so I gave you all the, a lot of times I won't even talk about a lot of the bad. Like, I gave you a little bit more than I really give people, because I don't ever want it to seem like I'm glorifying that behavior or that past or who I used to be, because I wish that person was never even existed. But it did. It happened, but it got me to this point. So now this is the good stuff. This is where all the good stuff happens. 2023. I'm in prison, selling, drinking, writing off friendships because I'm not getting paid my money, doing the same thing I'm doing on the streets in prison. And I started to recognize where my life was headed if I continue this behavior. And I uh I remember at one point it was April 6th. I'd gone through a couple transitions in how I was behaving, how I was thinking. And actually one point I think it was probably in March. I'm in my cell and I just finally started looking back into the Bible through the viewpoint that I look at it now. Because I was actually, I don't know if that Klansman you were talking about was Christian identity. Was he saying he was a Christian before?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, because a lot of Klansmen are Christian identity. They believe that only white people go to heaven. Jesus was an Aryan. The 12 tribes of Israel are Aryans. The chosen people of God are Aryans. The Jews stole us or stole our identity. So that was my belief system for a long time. So I get to the point where God starts knocking that belief system, chipping it off, and saying, "No, that's not me. That's not me." And I never felt God before. So as I'm starting to see him knock these things off through reading more and more scripture, and I'm like, okay, there's something's changing inside of me. He's showing me things that I've never seen, and I've read the Bible. And how have I never seen these things? And I'm in my cell. My cellie goes out, and I'm doing burpees, and I'm facing the door. And I have my MP3 player on. I got my headphones in, and I'm going just about to go down and do another burpee, and I fall into this vision. And in this vision, I see myself as a kid. I see my life, my childhood. I'm seeing it build up through my teenage years. I see my young 20s. And now I see myself in prison. And now I see all the decisions I've made in prison to still be here. This was after 6 years, to still be here for this long. And now I'm seeing myself outside of prison. And I see myself standing in front of like youth, high schoolers, probably 18, 19, maybe 17. And using how I look and my background to help deter them from making the same mistakes. I'm like having a vision of all this. I'm seeing how God is using it. So I come back from that and I remember being confused. I'm like, whoa, what was that? Because I was so lost in this vision that I'm like almost forgot where I was. And I come back and I'm like, whoa, that was crazy. Now I'm like, inside, I'm having this turmoil of God saying, submit to me and this will be your future. And my body and my old belief system is saying, no, this is the truth over here. And so I'm having that angel and demon back to back encounter, right?
yeah.
And I start saying, you know what? This isn't what I want anymore for sure. Prison isn't what I want anymore. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna give God an attempt. And again, and it's April 6th, and I was high that day, and I said, God, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to get high anymore. I don't want to do this. Take this from me. Help me. I can't. I've been doing this stuff since I was 14. I don't want to do this anymore. April 7th was my first day clean of 2023. I'm clean all the way to this day. But I think the 9th, my buddy walks up to my cell. He's out working or whatever. He comes to my cell. I'm locked down. He says, "Here, bro," and shoots some through my door. "Here, you can have this for free. I just hit." I'm like, "Here's the devil. Here he is." Okay. Okay. Nope. I don't want it. I got rid of it. I'm like, okay. So I don't know. Most states, when you get legal mail, it has to be hand delivered to you. If it's from like a lawyer or something, the cops can't open it. They have to hand deliver it to you or open it right in front of you. They can't read it and they have to hand it to you. So a week after that, I'm sleeping. I wake up. It's like 3 or 4 in the morning, and the light's coming in from outside the cell door. And I see mail on the ground because they normally just slide your regular mail under the door while you're sleeping in the middle of the night. And I see legal mail, and it says my name on it. I'm like, oh, great. Here's more charges, more prison time because I've already gotten more prison time while in prison. So here's more of it. Something from my past is getting a hold of me. I open it. It's a child custody battle. And I'm like, I don't even have any kids. So I'm reading it. I'm like using the door light, right? I'm reading. I'm like, what is this? So I'm getting kind of nervous. Like somebody stole my identity. What is happening? And I go and I go turn my TV on. Now I'm using my TV light. My cellie's sleeping to read it. And I see on like the back of the fourth or fifth page a pocket. And it's where they take a piece of paper and stick it to a piece of paper, fill it in with crushed and seal it off and send it through legal mail. So it was a gram of in my cell for free. Didn't even know who sent it. And it got illegally delivered to me under the door opened. So this is what it looks like in the prison I was in. Hey, we know what you just got. We illegally opened your mail. We have to give it to you, but we know what you're doing. You do it again, you're gonna get knocked off, right? This prison was crazy for doing things like that. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I get rid of it. I'm like, no. But I'm seeing the devil's attacks. He's like, you don't want this little chunk. Well, let me just give you a big chunk. You can be up for like 3-4 days doing whatever you want. Like, oh my gosh, he does not want me to get clean right now. So I don't do it. I end up leaving to go to this treatment program in prison, and it's a long-term program. And I complete that program. In this program, I'm reading my Bible, but I'm not on fire. I'm just reading it. And there's this guy, I meet this guy, and we start talking about the Bible. We start having Bible studies, and this fire just gets ignited in me. And next thing you know, I'm having these spiritual revelations, bro, that are just I'm changing, and it's change, and it's change, and then it's change, 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 and it's one thing after another. It's I meet this guy that was black, and we actually built this friendship that still to this day. I don't even think he understands how important he was to me, because that was a transition period for me that completely destroyed that thought that I had against other races, because I found so much of myself in this person that I'm like, okay, obviously I've been lied to, and the as a man full of pride at the time, recognizing that I covered my body in tattoos I don't believe in anymore. I was indoctrinated, I was tricked, and I'm never gonna not look like this, at least somewhat.
Are
You
you
know, it
getting
was
disillusioned with the gang too?
oh yeah, that
Or are
that
you
was already
starting to see like these people aren't really out for me?
yeah. So good thing about that is my whole gang actually disintegrated. And so at this time we are all gone. And no one was even there anymore. The whole gang was disintegrated and another gang created itself and took over, and so we were all done at the point. Everyone that I was actually in the gang with was already done. It was a whole new transition. So I'm uh I'm having these spiritual revelations, and I'm walking a different path, and I'm standing up for different things, and I'm believing in different things, and I'm acting a different way naturally, not trying to put on a front so that I could get something from God, but just because I started to see myself as better than that.